seemed like a good idea at the time, but now the rosy tint has gone. We're left with reality and buyer's remorse, cause what the fuck have we just done? Did we think this through? Were we being naive? Did we just choose a punch in the face? As the chaos ensues, we scream in the wind and we flap around all over the place. Why the hell did we actively seek this out? It's exactly what everyone warned us about. Did we listen? Did we fuck? Because it all felt exciting and new. But if we brace for the long haul and really dig deep, hold on through the carnage and the lack of sleep, remain united and don't lose our nerve, do you reckon we can see this through? Because I do. I think we can do this. I think that we can do this. It doesn't seem it now, but I'm hoping that we'll see. If we can keep on going and white knuckle it through this, exactly how amazing life could be. We can do this, I think. What-ho, folks! I do hope you're all keeping well. Thomas Benjamin Wilde Esquire here with song number 26 of my Song a Week project. I've made it to half a year. Huzzah! Very exciting. I wasn't quite sure how long I'd last at doing this, but it has been pretty consistent over the last 26 weeks. I've had 1 week off. Obviously, the last couple of weeks have been songs that are going to be included on my new album. This is one of those songs as well. We Can Do This, I think. And the premise behind this is it was inspired by those kind of life-changing decisions you make, perhaps in a couple or as families or whatever, to make a big change in your life that could go either amazingly well or disastrously wrong. And you're not sure after you've made that decision quite where it's going to go. And actually you have to plough through a lot of hard work to be able to get to the good stuff. I wrote this off the back of adopting our German Shepherd, Luca, from the Dogs Trust last year. He was a handful, let's say, when we got him. He was less than 2 years old. And he's been a lot. He's been a lot. There's been laughter, there's been tears. And there was this one point, well, at various points, in fact, where we've had discussions saying, can we do this? Can we actually get through this? Because you can see on the other side the possibility of an amazing life that you can have if you could just get through the difficulty. But the other side of you wants to just give up and just go back to how everything was. So that's what inspired this song. And I guess the same, it could be applied to things like moving house, having children, all of those kind of things. Let me know in the comments how it applies to your life and decisions you've had to make. It'd be quite interesting to read some of those. As I say, this song is going to be included on my next album, which is due out now, I'm hoping, in November. A few thick bits and pieces to get finished off. It actually includes piano by the excellent Mr. Tom Carradine, who only just recently added that to the track, which is quite exciting. And there's going to be some guitar on it as well. I'm just waiting for various things to come through, various recordings to come through from people now, because we're all doing it remotely. We're not going into a studio these days. I'm sending files off to my musician friends and getting them to add their parts to it. So it's all very exciting. If you're interested in hearing the whole thing before anybody else, I'm going to be sharing it on my Patreon community this week. So you'll be able to hear the whole song and how the whole song, because there is another verse to it. And various other bits as well. I've got to re-record the vocal on the actual proper recording of it, but that will be going out this week on Patreon. So you can sign up for as little as £3 a month and get access to all kinds of exclusive materials. I played this on my Duke 10 banjolele, which is a lovely instrument. If you're interested in getting hold of one of these yourself, there's a link in the description which gives you a nice discount on it. It's a lovely instrument. I definitely recommend it if you are interested in taking up the banjolele. That's Duke 10. Follow the link in the description. Thanks for the comments on the last video, folks, which was nowhere in the world I'd rather be. Again, the last couple of songs have been quite positive in many respects. So Valkyrie1066 says, thank you for inspiring my daughter to take up ukulele. That's like I'm inspiring people to play instruments now, which is great. Your songs always delight me. Cheeky, I love your attitude. Oh yes, I know the words and I've sung along with her. I'm 65 and it never fails to raise an eyebrow. I've no more fucks to give. Thank you very much for that. That's a lovely comment there. Miguel Maldonado 6494 says, definitely agree with this. Positive and negative events, they all have lessons and experiences to learn. Absolutely agree with that. Everything that you go through in life makes up who you are as a person, I guess. The good and the bad. Kali Marine 8907 says, thank you for making the start of my Sunday so fun. You're very welcome. I do try and get them up as early on a Sunday as I possibly can. Sometimes I'm still editing them on a Sunday. So, yeah. Saxon564 says, I would love to see you as the Mad Hatter. Beard and all, your bubbly personality would fit perfectly for that. So that's a response to when I talked about the first acting role I had in theatre. On last week's video as the Mad Hatter in Alice in Wonderland when I was in middle school. So yeah, I don't think I was that good at it. I just bounced around a lot and it seemed to work. Flash Robbie says, nothing to ask, just have a good week. And you as well, Flash Robbie. McCallion asks, my question is a bit random. Do you by chance remember which paint you used on the wall behind you? I've been testing out various blues and greens and teals this weekend, and that's about the shade I've been aiming for. I think it was called Midnight something or other, and it was from Wilko, but I'm not sure if Wilko is still selling paint these days because the shops have closed down. So I'll have a look for you and see if I can find it. I'll post the link in the comments if I do find it. Kali Marine 8907 says, what made one of your favourite live events, either performing or attending, make it to your favourites list? So actually, probably one of my favourite performing events was when I first headlined at Bedford Esquires by myself, which is my local venue I've been going to since I was 14. I played there with various bands, but headlining it myself on my own merit, and that was back in 2019, and having a decent audience there, singing along to songs was absolutely fantastic. So that's probably one of my favourite live events ever. In terms of attending, probably going to see Blur at Mile End Stadium, first big concert gig I ever went to in 1994. It was rather exciting. And also there were lots of acts that supported them that I wish I'd paid more attention to, like Sparks supported them. I wish I'd paid far more attention to that. But yeah, it was my first proper big gig. So that's quite a special one as well. Now I can't read this name, CM Drenny Paul. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, unfortunately. Asked me, West Side Story, were you a jet or a shark? So that's, again, a reference to the plays that I talked about doing at school on last week's video. I was actually a shark when I did West Side Story. I was a little bit gutted about the fact because I thought I'd done some really good auditioning for it. But yeah, they made me a shark. I had to wear a silk shirt and slick back my hair. Made the most of it. I also had to do lots of dancing, which I wasn't great at, but I managed to blag it. Also, it was the point where I first learned how to click my fingers as well, because before that point I couldn't do it, but there was a lot of that, having to click your fingers in that musical, and so I had to learn how to click my fingers for it. So as I say, do make sure you're commenting under this video and asking questions, because it makes what I'm talking about far more interesting and more relevant to what people want to hear. So yeah, do feel free to make comments and ask questions underneath the video. So just a little update of where I'll be over the next few weeks. If you want fancy coming along and seeing a live show, on the Saturday the 21st of September, I'll be at the Village Pump in Trowbridge with my band, the Fancy Chaps, which is going to be good fun. I was in Trowbridge last year, but I've not been back with the band yet, so I'm quite excited about that. Supported by the Devil's Doorbell, who I'm very much looking forward to seeing. Then on Saturday the 5th of October, I'm going to be at the Cumberland Arms in Newcastle, again with a band, and joined by the fantastic Mr. Chris Taverner. So it'd be lovely to see you there if you're around that area. And then on Saturday the 19th of October, I'm going to be at the Birdwell venue in Barnsley at Big Day Out, which is an all-day festival in the Birdwell venue, hosted by the excellent Mr. Scott Dunican of the Bar Steward Sons of Val Dunican. I think I'm going to be on about 2:00 in the afternoon, again with the band. But that's going to be an amazing event. First of all, you're going to have Bar Steward Sons of Val Dunican in all their glory headlining. And then you've also got Funky and the Two-Tone Baby and the Ley Lines, among other fantastic acts who are going to be playing there that weekend or that Saturday. So do come along to that if you can. I think the tickets are very close to, I think they've sold about 3/4 of the tickets for that. So it should be a really good one. So that's on Saturday, October the 19th. So next week, I'm going to be taking a week off shooting a video. I will be posting a video to YouTube, but it will probably be a live one from my show this weekend, because myself and Sarah are taking Luca, our German Shepherd, on holiday for the first time. We're going over to Norfolk and staying in Mundsley, going on some nice beach walks, and just a nice gentle holiday cottage. We've not taken him away before, so it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. I will let you know in my next video exactly how it goes. So I'm not planning to do one of these extended videos next week, but I'll be back at doing that the week after. As I say, if you are interested in coming along to one of the live shows, follow the link in the description below to have a look at where I'm going to be over the next couple of weeks and months. If you want to join me on Patreon, it's going to be quite exciting over the next few months, because I'm going to be sharing all the new songs from the new album as they get recorded and mixed properly, as well as sharing the cover art and all of those kind of things. So you can join for as little as £3 a month. Follow the link in the description for that, as well as getting other access to other exclusive materials as well. If you're interested in getting hold of the Duke 10 banjolele, again, link is in the description. So yeah, follow the link there. And that's about it from me for this week. I'm going to be taking a week off next week, as I say, but I'll be back again the following week. So until then, stay safe and toodle pip.